Welcome to HD Rare Coins 111, the place where history meets treasure. Here, every coin tells a story, from the oldest United States classics that shaped our past to the newest rare discoveries that amaze collectors today. If you love the thrill of uncovering hidden value, exploring the beauty of design, and learning the secrets behind coins worth fortunes, then you're in the right place. Join us as we dive deep into the world of rare U.S. coins, both old and new, and reveal the fascinating details that make them priceless. Top 1. The 1971 Lincoln 1-cent penny might look like an ordinary coin at first glance, but this small copper beauty holds a fascinating story that surprises even experienced collectors. It's a coin that carries history, design brilliance, and in rare cases, an astonishing value. When you hold a 1971 penny in your hand, you're holding more than just 1 cent. You're holding a piece of American legacy that connects over a century of history. The Lincoln Cent series began in 1909, honoring the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, one of the most admired presidents in U.S. history. His image has remained on the penny ever since, a true symbol of continuity and respect. The obverse side of the 1971 penny features Lincoln's famous portrait, designed by Victor David Brenner. It's a timeless depiction of leadership and humility, captured in remarkable detail. On the reverse side, you'll see the Lincoln Memorial, a structure that perfectly symbolizes the nation's admiration for the man who preserved the Union during its hardest days. Every column of the memorial on the coin represents strength and unity, while Lincoln's tiny seated statue at the center honors his wisdom and courage. The year 1971 was an interesting one for coin production in the United States. The mint was transitioning in technology and refining designs for higher quality. But even then, a few mistakes and varieties slipped through. These small differences, often invisible to the naked eye, turned some 1971 pennies into rare collector treasures worth far more than a single cent. The coins were minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, with a D; and San Francisco, with an S. Each mint produced millions of coins, but not all were equal in perfection. The 1971 S-proof pennies were specially struck for collectors, using polished dies that gave them a brilliant, mirror-like shine. These are prized today for their beauty and detail. However, the real excitement among collectors comes from the discovery of the 1971 doubled die obverse pennies. These rare era coins show doubling in the inscriptions, "Liberty," and "In God We Trust." This doubling was caused by a misalignment during the die creation process, and only a small number of these coins made it into circulation before the mint corrected the mistake. Because they look normal to most people, many of these rare coins sat unnoticed in jars and drawers for decades. Finding one today is like striking gold. Collectors love this coin not only for its rarity but also for the thrill of the hunt, knowing that a fortune could be hiding in plain sight. Even regular 1971 pennies in perfect, uncirculated condition can be valuable. But the double die versions are the real stars of the show. A flawless example with sharp details and bright luster can command an incredible price at auction, especially when professionally graded by experts. These coins have become favorites among Lincoln Cent collectors, who often spend years studying minor details to find those rare varieties. It's not just about the money. It's about the history and craftsmanship behind every detail of this iconic coin. Abraham Lincoln's legacy lives on through these tiny copper pieces, coins that carry his image and his enduring message of unity and freedom. The 1971 penny also marked an era when coins still contain mostly copper, unlike the modern ones made primarily from zinc. That gives older pennies a richer tone and deeper appeal to collectors. Every shine, scratch, and mark tells a story of the time it was used, the people who handled it, and the years it traveled through pockets and purses. That's what makes coin collecting so magical, turning everyday objects into pieces of history and art. Over the years, more and more collectors have discovered the hidden potential of these coins, making the 1971 Lincoln penny one of the most studied and searched for cents in modern coinage. Auction houses and coin shows continue to feature these pieces, and the excitement around finding one never seems to fade. Each time a rare 1971 double die penny appears, it makes headlines and reignites passion among numismatists everywhere. So, The next time you go through your change or find an old jar of coins, pay attention to your pennies. One of them might just change your life. The smallest coin in your collection could turn out to be the most valuable one of all. Even a simple penny can hold extraordinary worth if it carries history, beauty, and rarity in its tiny frame. Because the value of the 1971 United States of America Lincoln 1-cent penny has reached an unbelievable amount of $145,000. If you enjoyed learning about this rare and fascinating penny, make sure to like, share, and comment below which coin you'd like to explore next. Your next rare find could be right in your pocket. Top 2. The 1975 Lincoln 1-cent penny might seem like just another coin in your pocket, but hidden among them are a few extraordinary pieces that have made collectors stop and stare in amazement. This small copper coin carries a legacy that stretches over a century of American history and craftsmanship. Every 1975 penny tells a story that begins with one of the most respected figures in U.S. history, Abraham Lincoln. His image, proudly displayed on the obverse of the coin, has been a lasting symbol of courage, leadership, and unity since 1909. The designer, Victor David Brenner, created this portrait to honor Lincoln's 100th birthday, and the design was so powerful that it still remains on the penny today, more than 100 years later. On the reverse side of the 1975 penny, we see the Lincoln Memorial, a majestic tribute to the man who guided America through its darkest days. Even in this tiny coin, the detail is stunning. You can even see the small seated statue of Lincoln inside the memorial if you look closely. The year 1975 was a time of change in America, and coins from this era reflect both history and transition. While millions of pennies were minted that year, not all of them are ordinary. These coins were struck at the Philadelphia and Denver mints. The ones from Denver have a small D mark under the date, while the Philadelphia versions have no mint mark at all. At first glance, most of these pennies look identical, but what truly excites collectors are the rare varieties and minting errors that slip through unnoticed. One of the most famous types is the double-die penny, where parts of the design, like the date or the letters in Liberty, appear slightly doubled because of a die misalignment during minting. When these coins were discovered, they immediately captured the attention of coin enthusiasts across the country. Such errors are like hidden signatures from history, rare, unique, and incredibly valuable. The 1975 penny also holds interest because it came just before a major change in U.S. coin composition. Only a few years later, in 1982, the mint replaced nearly all copper pennies with zinc ones coated in copper. That makes the 1975 penny one of the last true, heavy copper coins, containing about 95% copper, a feature that gives it both warmth and historical charm. Collectors admire the rich reddish-brown tone that older copper pennies develop over time. When preserved properly, the color and luster of these coins can be breathtaking. Finding a 1975 penny in mint-state condition, untouched by circulation, is a rare joy. The sharp details of Lincoln's face, the crisp lettering, and the reflective surface make these coins look like miniature works of art. But what makes some 1975 Lincoln pennies worth thousands is the presence of minting errors or exceptional preservation. A coin with full original luster, no scratches, and a strong strike can sell for a surprisingly high price, especially if it's been graded by professional numismatic experts. Collectors love these coins not only for their potential value but also for their connection to history. Each penny is a tiny piece of America's story, linking the past to the present. The Lincoln Cent series has been produced for over a century, making it one of the longest-running coin designs in the world. That alone gives every penny a sense of heritage. Even though millions of 1975 pennies were made, only a small fraction remain in perfect condition today. Most were spent, worn, and forgotten, which is why the rare ones are so special. Some collectors specialize entirely in searching through old rolls of pennies, hoping to find one of those era coins from 1975 that could be worth a fortune. The thrill of discovery, of finding a treasure hidden in plain sight, is what keeps the world of coin collecting alive. Each year, stories emerge of people finding rare coins in their change or in old jars kept by parents or grandparents. The 1975 penny has been part of those discoveries more than once. Whether it's a double die variety, an off-center strike, or a proof coin with brilliant shine, every rare 1975 penny carries excitement and mystery. It reminds us that even the smallest coin can hold great stories, beauty, and incredible value. Holding one of these coins is like holding a piece of time, preserved through generations, still carrying the face of a president who shaped a nation. Collectors around the world continue to chase these coins, fascinated by their design and inspired by their legacy. It's proof that sometimes history hides in the smallest and simplest of places, even in a coin that's just 1 cent. So the next time you pick up a penny, take a second look. That little coin could be a key to a remarkable story and an even more remarkable fortune. Because the value of the 1975 United States of America Lincoln 1 cent penny has reached an amazing amount of $125,000. If you enjoyed discovering the story behind this incredible coin, don't forget to like, share, and comment below which rare coin you'd like to learn about next. Your next lucky find might be waiting right in your change. Top 3. The 1978 Lincoln 1 cent penny may be small in size, but it carries an enormous legacy of American history, art, and hidden treasure. What appears to be a simple coin in your hand might actually be worth far more than you'd ever imagine. Every 1978 penny tells a story that connects to one of the longest-running coin designs in United States history, a design that has honored the face of Abraham Lincoln since 1909. The obverse of the 1978 penny proudly features the detailed portrait of President Lincoln, a design created by Victor David Brenner. It's a timeless tribute to the man who preserved the Union and changed the course of American history. The reverse side of the coin displays the Grand Lincoln Memorial, a structure that stands tall in Washington, D.C., representing freedom, courage, and unity. Even though the design seems familiar, not every 1978 penny is the same. Hidden among millions of regular coins are a few special ones that collectors dream of finding. The coins were minted at 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The ones from Denver have a small D mint mark beneath the date, while the San Francisco coins have an S, and the Philadelphia versions have no mint mark at all. Each mint produced millions of coins, but differences in strike quality, errors, and variations in metal tone make certain 1978 pennies extremely valuable. During this period, pennies were still made from 95% copper and 5% zinc, giving them a rich, reddish tone and solid weight. It was one of the last eras of true copper cents before the mint switched to mostly zinc in 1982. That copper content alone gives these coins a beautiful, deep color that many collectors love. Over time, the metal develops a unique patina, adding character to every penny. But what really makes some 1978 pennies worth a fortune are minting errors and rare varieties that slip through unnoticed. One of the most sought-after errors is the double die penny, where parts of the design, such as the date or the word Liberty, appear slightly doubled. These tiny details make a world of difference in value. Another fascinating error is the off-center strike, where the design is misaligned, leaving part of the coin blank. These are instantly recognizable and highly collectible. Even coins with strong strikes, perfect details, and deep original shine can fetch impressive prices if they've been preserved in flawless condition. Collectors are particularly drawn to proof coins struck at the San Francisco Mint in 1978. These special issues have a mirror-like surface and sharp details that make them stand out from regular circulation coins. When light reflects off a proof 1978 penny, it creates a stunning effect that shows just how much craftsmanship went into these tiny works of art. Finding such coins in pristine, uncirculated condition is becoming more difficult every year, as many have been lost, spent, or damaged over time. For numismatists, the 1978 Lincoln penny represents not just a collectible but also a window into the end of an era, the last few years of traditional copper coinage in America. It's amazing to think that a small piece of metal minted over 4 decades ago can hold so much history and value. Some collectors spend years studying die varieties, edge differences, and color tones just to find that one perfect 1978 penny that stands above the rest. And sometimes, people discover these rare coins in the most unexpected places. an old piggy bank, a forgotten coin jar, or change received at a store. That's part of the thrill of collecting, knowing that treasure could be hiding right in plain sight, waiting to be discovered. Even though billions of pennies were made, only a handful have survived in perfect, gem-quality condition or with rare minting errors. Auction houses have seen these coins sell for astonishing prices, turning what was once worth a single cent into a collector's dream. The Lincoln penny has long been America's most familiar coin, yet it continues to surprise and inspire new generations of collectors. Each time you look at one, you're reminded of Lincoln's enduring legacy and the artistry that went into creating such a lasting symbol. The 1978 penny stands as a piece of that legacy, small but powerful, humble yet historic. For some, it's a memory of childhood savings. For others, it's a rare opportunity to hold a piece of history that could be worth a fortune. It's proof that even the smallest coins can hold the biggest surprises, and that's sometimes true. Value hides where you least expect it. So the next time you come across a 1978 Lincoln penny, take a closer look. It might be much more than a penny, because the value of the 1978 United States of America Lincoln 1-cent penny has reached an incredible amount of $110,000. If you love discovering the story of this amazing coin, don't forget to like, share, and comment below which rare coin you'd like to learn about next. Who knows? Your next lucky find might already be in your pocket. Top 4. The 1981 Lincoln 1-cent penny may look like just another coin from your change, but this tiny piece of copper carries a remarkable story, one that blends history, design, and hidden value. Sometimes, the smallest coins hide the biggest surprises. Every 1981 penny connects back to over 7 decades of tradition, celebrating the enduring image of President Abraham Lincoln, a man whose leadership and legacy still inspire millions. The portrait of Lincoln on the obverse side was originally created by Victor David Brenner in 1909. His design became so iconic that it has remained on the penny for more than a century. When you look at the 1981 penny, you'll see more than just a coin. You'll see a work of art that honors courage, unity, and strength. On the reverse side sits the Lincoln Memorial, standing tall and proud in Washington, D.C. Its detail is remarkable, showing even the small seated figure of Lincoln inside the memorial. The year 1981 was a turning point in the history of the Lincoln cent. It was the final full year the U.S. Mint produced pennies made mostly of copper before switching to zinc in 1982. That means 1981 pennies are among the last of the true copper cents, a feature that gives them a special place in the hearts of collectors. These coins were minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia, no mint mark; Denver, marked D; and San Francisco, marked S. Each mint produced millions, but only a few have become highly valuable. The San Francisco Mint struck special proof coins with mirror-like surfaces for collectors, while the other mints produced circulation coins for everyday use. But even among the millions minted, rare varieties and minting errors have made some 1981 pennies incredibly valuable. One of the most well-known is the Type 1 and Type 2 mint mark variety on the proof coins. The difference is in the shape and clarity of the S, with the Type 2 having a clearer look that makes it rarer. Collectors also search for double die errors, where the inscriptions or details of Lincoln's portrait appear slightly doubled due to a minting misalignment. These tiny variations might seem small, but in the world of coin collecting, they can make all the difference between a regular penny and a fortune. The copper composition of the 1981 penny gives it a distinctive color and weight. It feels heavier than modern zinc coins and has a rich, reddish shine when kept in mint condition. Many collectors prize uncirculated or proof 1981 pennies for their vibrant luster and sharp design details. Finding one in perfect condition, free from scratches or wear, is getting harder each year, especially since copper oxidizes over time. When preserved properly, though, a 1981 penny can retain its bright glow and beauty for decades. Collectors often store these coins in protective cases to preserve their shine and prevent damage. The better the condition, the higher the value. Some coins from this year also feature unique die varieties or minor misprints that occurred during the minting process, and those are the ones that can bring astonishing prices at auction. Imagine discovering a coin that's been sitting in a drawer for decades, only to realize it's worth thousands because of a small detail most people would never notice. That's the magic of coin collecting. The excitement of finding something rare and valuable. Hidden in plain sight. The 1981 penny marks the end of an era, the last of the traditional copper coins that had been made since Lincoln first appeared on the cent in 1909. When the mint changed to zinc in 1982, everything from the weight to the sound of the coin changed. That's why the 1981 issue is so important. It represents the final chapter of a classic American design. For many collectors, owning a perfect 1981 penny is like holding a piece of history from a time before everything changed. These coins might be small, but their historical and sentimental value is enormous. Over the years, several 1981 pennies in flawless condition or with rare die varieties have sold for unbelievable amounts at coin shows and auctions. Even now, collectors continue to search through old coin rolls and jars, hoping to find one of those elusive 1981 rarities. It's proof that even something as common as a penny can become a valuable treasure if it carries the right mix of rarity, beauty, and story. So next time you see a 1981 Lincoln 1-cent penny, don't overlook it. You might be holding a hidden gem of American history. Because the value of the 1981 United States of America Lincoln 1-cent penny has reached an incredible amount of $95,000. If you enjoyed learning about this remarkable coin, don't forget to like, share, and comment below which rare penny or coin you'd like to explore next. Your next big discovery might already be in your pocket. Top 5. The 1985 Lincoln 1-cent penny might look like an everyday coin, but behind its familiar face lies a story full of hidden surprises and fascinating history. This tiny copper-plated piece is one of the most intriguing modern coins in American numismatics. At first glance, it's just a penny, simple, small, and often overlooked. But for collectors and coin hunters, the 1985 Lincoln cent holds secrets that make it worth much more than its face value. The obverse of the coin features the classic portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, the artist whose initials, VDB, can still be found beneath Lincoln's shoulder. This portrait has graced the penny since 1909, symbolizing leadership, integrity, and the enduring American spirit. On the reverse side, we see the Lincoln Memorial, a design that was introduced in 1959 to mark the 150th anniversary of Lincoln's birth. If you look closely, you can even spot the tiny seated statue of Lincoln inside the memorial. The year 1985 was an important time for the U.S. Mint. By this point, pennies were no longer made mostly of copper. Instead, they were struck on zinc planchets coated with a thin layer of copper. This change made the coins lighter, cheaper to produce, and slightly different in tone and texture compared to earlier copper cents. Because of this shift in composition, collectors began paying closer attention to minting details, die quality, and striking precision. And that's where the story of the rare 1985 pennies begins. The coins were minted at two main locations: Philadelphia, with no mint mark, and Denver, marked with a small d. Both facilities produced millions of coins, but not all came out perfectly. A small number of 1985 Lincoln pennies were struck with unique minting errors that make them extremely valuable today. One of the most famous varieties is the 1985 double die penny, where letters and numbers, like Liberty or In God We Trust, appear slightly doubled. These errors are incredibly rare and highly sought after. Another variety includes off-center strikes and broad strikes, where the design is misaligned or extends beyond the coin's edge, creating unusual and collectible results. Even coins with strong strikes, perfect surfaces, and brilliant red luster can fetch impressive prices among collectors. Proof-like examples or coins preserved in mint-state condition are especially valuable, as their flawless appearance makes them stand out from the billions of circulated pennies. A 1985 penny with full, sharp detail on Lincoln's hair and beard, clear lettering, and bright color can be a showpiece for any coin collection. It's amazing to think that something so common, a coin we use every day, could have such extraordinary potential value when it's perfectly preserved or struck with a rare error. Many collectors love hunting for these coins in rolls, jars, or even pocket change, hoping to find one of the rare varieties that could change their fortune. The 1985 penny also represents an interesting point in U.S. coin history, the period when modern minting technology was improving, but small imperfections still occasionally slipped through. Because of that, it's one of those years where rare errors can be found if you look closely enough. Some 1985 pennies display unique toning, where the surface takes on shades of red, orange, and violet due to oxidation. These coins are visually stunning and often bring higher prices from collectors who value natural beauty. The Lincoln cent design has been in circulation for more than a century, making it one of the most beloved coins in America, and the 1985 version is part of that proud legacy. It connects the old and new worlds of coinage, still honoring Lincoln's memory while using modern materials and minting techniques. Even though billions were made, only a handful remain in exceptional condition, untouched by time or wear. Those few pieces are the ones that make collectors' hearts race, especially when they appear at major coin shows or auctions. People have discovered rare 1985 pennies worth thousands hiding in plain sight, in change, in drawers, or tucked away in forgotten coin albums. It's proof that history and value can sometimes be found in the smallest, simplest things. Each penny tells a story, not just about money, but about the nation's craftsmanship, evolution, and respect for its greatest leader. So the next time you come across a 1985 Lincoln 1-cent penny, don't overlook it. Examine it carefully. You might be holding something far more special than you think, because the value of the 1985 United States of America Lincoln 1-cent penny has reached an extraordinary amount of $75,000. If you enjoyed learning about this rare and fascinating coin, don't forget to like, share, and comment below which coin you'd like to explore next. Your next lucky find might be sitting right in your pocket.